What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJKillzownJones. We in the building, me and Breezy, Beatz N Bitz Podcast. And yeah, man, it's time to check on your people, man. It's time to check on your people. First person we need to check on, Breezy, is B.O.B. This nigga done said, excuse me, y'all, but he done said that the slave trade don't exist because it ain't no more slave ships.
It's the same dude telling the earth flat. Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, what incarnation is B.O.B. on now?
I don't know. That boy, that guy.
What in the hell? I don't know, man. Like, is this what happened to you when you fall off? Or?
Nah, it's just, I'm gonna tell you something. People like him, they get alone in their own thoughts and they start to double down on what their brain says to themselves when they don't get no other opinion.
Like, this a dude that just did a GoFundMe on.
Yeah, I know, for the satellite he wanted to launch into space, which is hilarious. You don't need a satellite to launch it into space. I mean, you don't need a satellite.
I think he's just doing it for publicity, but it ain't like he put the music out. He had, I think, gas mask or something. I don't know what it was, but he had something great. Something, I don't know what it was, but
he a fool. I know that.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. Like
I can understand. I think I understand what he's trying to say, but he always says shit ass backwards.
I don't know. Look, I just look at it like this, man. Like, when I just feel like he was making hits, and when he was signed, then when he went unsigned, you don't have it on a person. This is a person that got signed and got a push from the label, and he didn't really have it. Like, he had a fan base that ended up, coming on there, but he didn't know how to use it. This is what I'm saying about people knowing how to use social media and get their fan base and stuff. Like, if you have a following, like we doing it from the ground up. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you have when you doing stuff from the ground up and when you already had it pushed. Like Big Crit is another example. Shout out Big Crit. Like, he has used his platform the right way. He took his time, put the music together, and then, you know what I'm saying, he didn't put this album out. It's getting, rave reviews. I don't know what it is doing chart wise. We will have to see because it came out last week or something. Yeah. So we're gonna have to see how it go. Coming up here. But I just feel like with B.O.B. is like he been putting out. He put out the Element series or whatever, and he put all them out for free. And then you can't go from putting stuff out. You can't go from putting stuff out for free to putting stuff out for free to selling stuff and then going back to putting stuff out for free. If you're not going, like Big Crit would put his stuff out for free and sell it, and he made sure the quality stayed the same across his albums and his mixtapes, which is basically albums anyway. So he was putting out so much music to when he went away, people damn. When he went away, people wanted more Big Crit music. He did the little I think a few months ago, he did the 10 for 10 or whatever, but we need to check on B.O.B. Next person is Trick Daddy. Because I sat down and I watched that video. He was breaking down about how, like, the system is like we was talking about yesterday, but I sat down and listened to it and my brain heard it. Like, that's why I'm talking slow now, because it's just like, dude, like I said, the Paradise record he got is cool, but I think as these DJ Vlad interviews come out, it's gonna be all downhill from here. Chrisette Michelle, we need to go check on her because she talking about she's been on Breakfast Club and a few other places. She's been talking about how she was gonna kill herself and how she was gonna kill herself and how she got a whole bunch of backlash or whatever from doing the Trump thing.
Well, of course.
And how she lost the baby or whatever. I mean, but I just feel like with that, like I feel like in the same, same vein as Tyrese, and we'll get back to him in a minute.
Oh boy.
The saga continues. The saga continues. But I don't think we should have crucified Chrisette Michelle for doing
we should have. Oh yeah. We should crucify fucking Steve Harvey too. And Kanye.
But see, they didn't crucify them though. They didn't nail them.
Oh yeah, they gave him hell. Steve Harvey catching hell right now with his show.
But Steve Harvey's still getting the viewers though. Like he's still.
No, he ain't. His show is suffering heavily. They talking about taking it off the air now because he's not making nowhere near as many as he was when he was Chicago. After the memo came out for Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And also,
check on Steve too. Go check on Steve.
The whole thing with the Trump situation and whatnot. Ain't nobody fucking with Steve Harvey. You got to remember, Steve Harvey has been out a lot longer than people like Cedric and Bernie Mac, but they will have way more success than him. Steve Harvey hasn't headlined shit. D.L. Hughley has had more success than Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey been out longer. Like Steve Harvey is
more. I ain't gonna say he a chump.
He a chump. He done went through 2 wives already and everything. Yes, he's the definition of a chump. And he will kowtow and bend over backwards for the almighty dollar and smiling at certain folks' faces, not getting specifics here, but smiling at certain folks' faces. You know that's how he do. You know that's how he get down.
Well, I was going to say we need to check on Kanye, but Kanye is out here. He gained some weight, lost it. He performed last night at Complex. 30 days and 30 nights in Chicago or something. So, we need to check on all these folks because they going crazy. We need to check on Soulja Boy because we ain't heard nothing from his ass in a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We need to check on some people, man. Need to check on XXXTentacion, man. Talking about he ain't finna put no music out if he ain't friends with Ski Master, Slump God, and it's like, why would you stop making music and you're the bigger artist?
He wants an excuse for a way out, man. He ain't got nothing else to say.
No, he got music. He just put a track out the other day. He was like, he don't consider like the turn up music is music. But I don't know. I think it's just all the marketing gimmick. So on to the next topic. Will and Jada rumored to send Tyrese $5 million to say off social media during his custody battle. Now, I could believe this because Tyrese and Will Smith and Dr. Dre, all them be kicking and hanging out and everything else like that. So he came and they probably came through and gave him that money. So what you think, Breezy? You think they gave him the money?
I think if they did, if they did, it goes to show that sometimes you gotta go public asking for help, You want to do it a little bit better way and not like wild out like he was. Like he was definitely going in for the theatrics, trying to win the Academy Award with how he was going off. But I think it's nice that they sent him some money to help him with his legal trouble and whatnot, and gave him some advice. Because I'm sure Reverend Run reached out to him as well, just not publicly, because at one point he was not necessarily touring with Reverend Run, but he was with him all the time, like shadowing him, trying to figure out how to be a family man and whatnot. So I think it's good that they helped him out, and I hope more people take lessons from this and call folks. But then again, I've heard from many different artists, like I've heard Snoop Dogg say all the time he's called other rappers when they've been beefing to try to squash it and whatnot. So
they always do that. We need to check on Young Dolph. Speaking of which, he put out his album and he's been kind of quiet, But on to the next topic. N.E.R.D. No, hold on. We're gonna get to that. Well, we can get to that now. N.E.R.D. debuts their new album at Complex Con. It's called No One Ever Really Dies, which is their name, N.E.R.D. or N.E.R.D. So the album, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up on Hip Hop DX. Shout out Hip Hop DX and Complex Con, Academics, and all them. So they're gonna have, this is the album track list right here. If everybody, let me see if you can see it, Breeze. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is. Deep Down, Body Thrust, Lemon feature Rihanna. That's the single. Viola, Wale, and Gucci. 1,000 feature Future. Don't Do It with Kendrick. Heist with MIA and Kendrick again. Damn, he on here twice. ESP, Lightning, Fire, Magic, Prayer, Rolling Them Sevens featuring Andre 3 Stacks, Lifting You, Ed Sheeran, Secret Life of Tigers. And then this is the album cover or whatever. They had it covered up, but then they I guess this is the cover. This might be the poster or whatever. But yeah. So the boys is back in town. What you think, Breezy? You think it's gonna be fire? You heard the Lemon track?
No, I haven't heard it yet. I'm still figuring out what all I need to do for the day on the computer right quick. But it is on my one of my tabs. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I heard it. It was cool. The boys is back, and they Pharrell could get with anybody on the feature and make that mother fire. Like it don't matter who it is, where they at. Yeah, he could do it like that. So next topic, Gotti says that Drake is the Eminem of this generation. He said if he came out back in the day, he would have sold 15 million. He was on Drink Champs. And what you think?
I think that's facts. Besides Jay, M is one of the highest selling rappers today, period. If you're going off album sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's facts.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. Back then though, like Ja Rule had just came. I don't know. Well, I don't even know if they would consider him as a rapper though. He would probably be as a R&B artist back then.
Yeah, Ja Rule was R&B more than anything. I wouldn't even. Ja Rule was doing the rap R&B type thing, but Drake has solid rapping records that are just like you get the lyricism, you get the fun, have fun with it, you get the serious stuff. He makes good diss records, so it's like he is the all around artist. He is what I would say he's sort of like the I wouldn't say the Jordan of rapping, but he's definitely up there. He is. He's earned his spot, his slot.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Shout out to our people in the chat one time. Make sure y'all like, comment, favorite, subscribe for the one time. It's a kind of laid back Sunday show, make sure y'all hit the notifications bell so y'all know we upload and go live too. We got the PayPal, Patreon popping if y'all want to support the show, help us grow the Killzown Channel as well as Beatz N Bitz Podcast, beatznbitz.com. We got Super Chat available. You can send, $1 or $2 or however much you want to. All the money is going back into the channel, paying the writers that we're going to have come in and contribute. Basically gonna make this be the open platform for people to come in and showcase their talent in their platform and kind of have this be one of the first black-owned, minority-owned media companies. So that's sort of what we do here, other than pop shit and have fun, Breezy, how you? But hold on, how you been? But how you holding up, bro? I know you've been going through a lot. You ain't got to talk about it.
I'm good. I just decided to just excommunicado a bunch of people.
Yeah, man. Because we keep it real on this show, y'all. Like we don't have guests on here. We do have guests on here, but we don't have the guests or the topics to carry the show. We be talking shit amongst ourselves. But what is the next topic? Oh, Sony Rewards is offering PSN credit for silver and gold trophies. So if you playing,
too late.
no, it ain't too late. Shit, it ain't too late. No, man, no. Shoot, I'm gonna save all mine. I might get what's that thing? Hellblade, Cessna. Or
do they have a breakdown of?
Oh yeah. Let me find it right quick.
Because this is something that should have been implemented since day one.
Let me find it right quick so I can show the people. So you get, I think, like $250 for a silver, $500 for a gold, and
this is per trophy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good breakdown.
Trophy. Let me see here.
But they can't be having like the shit on there being like, oh yeah, this game is 10,000 fucking points.
No, and a platinum is 1,000. So 1,000 equals, I think 1,000 equals $10 basically. So you can get.
That's not bad.
So yeah, so basically here. So let me.
They should have had this though, because had they had this when the system first launched,
it would have been.
It would have really changed everything up, because then you'd have people more willing to get PlayStations and beat platinum. I'll try to get all the trophies in a game, which would keep game retention up, which would then be turned around and used for little games that come out on the PSN network or whatnot, or even turn around and pay for PSN subscriptions.
Yeah, I think they had to test it out and make sure it worked. That's what Sony is doing now instead of just throwing it out there. So I'd rather them to really test
Sony
it out.
Don't test shit.
Okay, so this is coming off of PlayStation Lifestyle and Game Facts. So this is basically what you get for unlock. So you get silver, you get 100 points, which is $1. If you get a gold trophy, you get 250. You get 1,000. I think it's every per 1,000. So they cap you out at 1,000. So then if you don't do trophy hunting, you can get this. You can sign up for the services or whatever trials to get a discount code for the PlayStation 15.
Wait, is that wait? The silvers, okay, so the silvers are worth 100 points, 100. The gold's worth 250, the platinum's worth 1,000. What about the bronze trophies? What are those worth?
No bronze.
Okay, so and you're only getting per one or per every trophy for the game?
Per trophy. So you get So if you got, I know I got me some damn trophies, boy. Let me go ahead and look right now.
Because most of the games I played from back in the day, those all had bronze, not too many silvers.
Oh well, let me check right quick.
Because if that's the case, they're gonna have to start getting their devs to start changing how the trophies and shit.
No, also, so basically what we got here, I don't think they're gonna do that. That's a stretch.
Well, no, they're gonna have to if this gonna work with their system. Because if I replay the games I had now on a PS4, most of them were bronze, which means I wouldn't get shit for beating these games. I would get like fuck all, if anything. So they're gonna have to tell them, okay, well, you're gonna have better achievements or trophies for people to get to justify them beating your game for a silver. Like, because like some of them have little simple shit, like, oh, you beat it on normal difficulty, you get a silver or whatever. But like most of them, like, kill this many enemies X many times, get bronze, and it's like, nah, dude, you're gonna have to do something better than that.
Well, they have also, if you don't want to do trophy hunting, you can sign up for the services trial. So basically, if you try out PlayStation View, PlayStation, you basically try out all the service. PlayStation, what's the name? Now you play. What's the other one they got? So PlayStation Plus. So you get a 50% discount code just for trying this stuff out. Then if you subscribe to 3 PlayStation Network services, you get 500 points. So basically, if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you're already getting 500 points right out the gate. So and most people is already doing that. So that's a free ski right there. If you rent 3 movies, you'll get $250, 250 points. My bad. Digital trilogy, you buy 3 is eligible Sony Pictures Movies PlayStation Store, earn 500 points. So if you want to get Star Wars, Spider-Man digitally, and they always run sales on them anyway. You can get them. Movie Buff, you register 5 eligible discs, and get a free Sony movie code. So let's look and see here right quick, Sony Pictures. So just so for y'all that's out there buying movies and such. So if you get Spider-Man Homecoming, you can get, that's one. All like I said, the Spider-Man movies. Let me see what they got on here. We're gonna go on Sony Pictures right quick to see what they got. Angels and Demons, all of that. So let's go here right quick. Only that just came out. That's at the show. So basically, if you go out here, I'm gonna just show y'all. So Baby Driver, I think, just came out. Dark Tower just came out. Rough Night, the Girls Trip ripoff just came out. And here go some other movies that just came out. Basically, that you can watch, you know, and you can, if you bought the disc, if you get all any of the Resident Evils, you can basically buy all the Resident Evils and have you know, you get a free movie code or whatever. So basically, if you want to go through that, they have all of the other stuff up here. This is actually, let me bring it up here to see if they got anything on the actual Sony Rewards website real quick. Just gonna load because, you know, I got ad block on. So basically, here it is. So this is all of what you can get right here. Basically the same thing. Ain't nothing else on there. Basically, just breaking it down. That was just a little cleaner way. So on to the next topic. So hopefully y'all, if y'all been paying attention, you can save you some money. I'll get you some free movie stuff. We do have, even though people got Netflix and Hulu with Fire Sticks and stuff like that, Cheap Ass Gamer is almost 15 years old. So I've been using this site. I know Breezy probably been using this site.
No.
You ain't been using Cheap Ass Gamer?
No.
Oh, I get on here all the time, bro. This shit is, boy, you save so much money on this website right here. So if you're a gamer and you don't know nothing about this, you know, if you're, you know, part of our Beatz N Bitz family and you don't know about Cheap Ass Gamer, go ahead and check out cheapassgamer.com. You can get your stuff for the low. Like if you don't want to play full price, or you sick of microtransactions or season passes and all of that, you can just go up here. They have all different types. They got video games, Blu-rays, international stuff, free stuff, other gaming, other deals outside of gaming. So, you know, they got a good little community here. So basically, this is all the stuff that they got going on right now. PlayStation Plus, $39.99 at GameStop, which I need to go over and get anyway, just to stack up on it. Yeah, also on Amazon too. I'm gonna just do that on there. But yeah, basically, if you, this coming on 15 years. Shout out TBD and everybody over there at Cheap Ass Gamer. Who introduced me to this? Rich and Andre from Video Game Show, A Real Topic Gamer. Shout out to them. And so I just got through watching Breezy. This not really listening. It's an hour long. It's a PAX, I think a PAX West or PAX Australia panel of freaking these Zynga and some other people, the people who do World of Tanks and the other folks, people that do Crossy Road, what's it, something Squid Studio, Blue Squid or something. They just pretty much spend an hour with them talking about microtransactions and how.
I think those are guys working on Monster Hunter. Or it might be Abju.
I don't know. But the thing was, they was talking about how microtransactions have affected the industry, how going forward, you know, will it impact the industry, how it affects their games, what they're doing to try to justify the like World of Tanks. They really broke it down. That's a real, you know, good solid title that is based on microtransactions, but they try to keep the game balanced from what I've seen. So, you know, they sat there, they politic. I think it was a big politics section because and I'm glad PAX, they so good, man. The people, they treat you like royalty, bro. When you go, if you press, they treat you like royalty. You get this big ass press room, everybody's there, they ain't segregated. So you know, you working on, you know, Johnny Sega site, and you want to get a job at IGN or whatever, you know, you can link up. There's a lot of people, man. You can go there and meet and hang out. I recommend, if you haven't been to PAX, go to PAX. Once we get all the way up and running, I'll probably be going out PAX East, PAX South, all of that, because yeah, PAX is fun, man. Like it's a real. After we do E3, of course, we got to do that. But Yeah, PAX is a big ass party, man. It's always it's always an after party or something. And I thank them for doing it because it was kind of like a town hall or microtransaction state of the union that they had, Breezy. It was like, and everybody was talking like, well, you know, it's a big ass, serious ass conversation. I'm like, dude, it's microtransaction. Like, it's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that's not true.
I mean, well, because it'll change when people don't see it as they don't allow it no more. And I think when the generation that we have, these smartphone babies, you know, that's on heavy lean and heavy mollies and
them ain't the ones. Those ain't the ones buying the buying the shit in the microtransaction. Those, the ones who normally are the ones supporting microtransactions, are middle America, suburbia, coastal kids, teenagers who take their parents' phones or a little or Call of Duty, and they spend countless amounts of dollars on loot boxes, loot crates, and everything else. But the thing with microtransactions is when it gets to the point where it's affecting the overall gameplay experience and making my experience shitty or making other people's experience shitty, or you're locking behind a paywall things that would normally be free for the game, that's when it starts to become a problem. I mean, yeah, you're starting to see games get better with the microtransactions, like Shadow of War for the new Lord of the Rings. That game has a fuck ton of microtransactions, and that hurt its review scores heavily to the point people aren't playing it and beating it at all because it's so grindy heavy to the point where it's like they're making you buy shit to complete the game and level up higher. Like, people are like, you can do it without it, but it's such a task that it's like it's not even worth it. The reward's not worth it. It can go the way of the season pass where it completely goes away. Because you remember at one point everything was a season pass and they were trying to do this games as a service thing, which is one of EA's tokens that they tried to do for Madden, and people said, fuck that noise. And it didn't work out for Madden. So honestly, microtransactions, if it's like an outfit or a decal or a skin, you can even put extra DLC maps. I think that's fine. But when you start changing gameplay significantly to reward people spending that extra $5, $10, $20 to give them a better experience than me, or to make me have a shitty experience because they bought something in the game, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes, no, I don't want to play this.
Okay, so check this out. I agree, and I'm gonna say this right quick. I played Call of Duty, WW2. Started playing. I rented it from Family Video. Shout out to him. And I got online, and it's fair. Like, you do have, it's not the weapons. Don't really affect how you can like play. I mean, if you just suck balls, then you ain't gonna, you ain't finna, you're not finna do nothing. But I got in there, and after a few games, I got the hang of it. Started playing it. I don't, if they did put that, we was talking about Activision putting it, adaptive.
Well, they didn't put it in this one. They were talking about doing it. It was more so they're talking about for titles after this year. So it was going to be something maybe they do for Star Wars.
Well, Activision don't have Star Wars.
Well, yeah, you're right. It wasn't Star Wars. It was the newer Call of Duties. I mean to say, sorry about that.
Infinite Warfare 2,
stuff like that, not the current titles.
Yeah. But WW2, I'm gonna say this: from the campaign to the multiplayer, they make everybody work. I'm about to play zombies after I get off of here, but they make you work, man. Like, you can't just sit up there and think you finna just. Like, when you hit somebody, you gotta hit them. You hit them in the body, it's gonna take about 3 or 4 shots, but they connect. You ain't sitting there letting the whole clip go and whole 5 shots go, and you getting to run off on a plug. The single player, there's health packs. I was surprised to see that in that first level when you on normally spoilers, everybody getting mowed down. So and you got to be tactical. Like you can't just run up in there thinking you finna be Superman and just run through and bloop, 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 and be like, oh boy, oh man, it's not hot. You know, talking about the thing go, you know, I don't know how you do it, but yeah, man, yeah, Call of Duty World War II is a step in the right direction. In the same way, Destiny 2 is a step in the right direction. They did the same thing with their multiplayer. It's a little bit more on the bully spongy because you know people might have certain abilities and certain things going on. And you moving a little bit faster and jumping around and everything else like that. But the online on this is so solid, breezy. Like, and then you go into the lobby. They do like playlists, like for the first couple of games, like it's a playlist, so you just play till you get to the end of the playlist. And the load times is probably a little bit long on the multiplayer, but then the open, you know, the HUD is a HUD world where you get to pick between, you know, a couple of different factions or whatever classes. So if you want to be in the Air Force or the Marines or you know mechanics or medics or whatever, you could pick to be that. So I think it was pretty good so far, and I think that you know, you don't really need the loot boxes or whatever that they have. You can get them, but I don't think people are gonna, you know, be really using them. You rank up pretty reasonably. I ranked up in 4 games my primary weapon, so it's not like you're gonna be sitting there like Infinite Warfare. You had to grind like 8-9 games. Like this is because you got all these different classes, and I think they want people to really experience this game. So you know, that's that. I got a chance. I'm reviewing More Fight. It's a sci-fi 3D FPS from. Let me see what it's from real quick. It's on the Switch. Let me see the developer because I don't want to get in their credit right quick. But it gave me a vibe of like Destiny meets No Man's Sky. It had you go around. It's broken up in different levels. You don't have bless you. You don't have like the control of the ship, but yeah, it's a sci. It's okay. Let me give you the official explanation, the breakdown description. The sci-fi exploration FPS is from Crescent Moon Games, Blowfish Studios, and Weird 5 Games. Um, I like the look and feel of the game so far. I like the enemies. Like it's kind of like those old school FPSs where they kind of walk you through a little bit, and then after like you know they walk you through the little tutorial level, and then you go back to the ship to fuel up. So you got to go and explore and scan these different life forms and different things, and you get different weapons and everything as you progress. But you gotta your fuel. You have to go to a space station to get your fuel or whatever. So it's kind of improved on certain aspects of like I said, Destiny games like that. Destiny, No Man's Sky, kind of put them all in the pot, and it's pretty cool. One thing I don't like the controls is a little bit, you know, a little bit loose or whatever, but it's still a cool game. If you got a Switch, go ahead and download that. If you know got through playing Mario and you need something else to play. Breezy, what I mean, I know you've been working on the game, but like what was the last game that you checked out that you like
last game?
Yeah, that you played on your off time.
Oh God. Fuck. Last game that I played on my off time that I enjoyed.
I know you be playing a lot of games. You be like, this sucks, man. You be playing it.
Yeah. I no breaks, no patience. I played. There was a free to play Ghost in the Shell style game.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about
It's
what
terrible.
it's terrible.
It's terrible. At first, it was good. And they kind of had all the modes and the characters and stuff to fit like their actual representation from the manga and the anime, and it was great. But then another studio came in and took over the project and totally ruined it. So it's terrible. And now it takes like 1,000 shots to kill people, and they microtransaction the hell out of the game now. And it went from a sprawling community of like an active, I think it was like an active 4,000 or 5,000 people daily, or like monthly or something like that, down to like 30. So there's a bunch of games they like these other studios come in and take over and just kill it. After that, I played World of Warcraft for a bit with the girlfriend.
They just announced the World of Warcraft.
Yeah, the expansion, and she's losing her shit about that. Every other day she's talking to me about like, hey, you gotta go get that game and renew your subscription. And I'm like, well, I got money, yeah. But what else did I play? People trying to get me to get into Fortnite. I'm like, I'm good on that. Honestly, probably would be World of Warcraft was the last thing I played that I enjoyed, but that was like a trial account situation. If I had to say last one I full blown bought, played, and enjoyed, we're talking, fuck, dude, we're talking almost. Oh man, I don't know, bro. Because it's been a while since I actually bought some. Because most of the time I go and I get some folks to hook me up, and I play it for a short while and bring it back. Dog, I don't know. I guess you could say the last thing I really enjoyed that I played was probably Far Cry 3. Was the one I last played and really enjoyed. I didn't like 4. I didn't like 4 at all. I didn't like it at all. I actually got that free when I bought my new video card. I didn't like 4 at all. I thought it was hilarious, but it just, the options and the choices you got in the game, it wasn't like a real choice no matter which, because it's 3 endings in the game, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's 3 endings in the game, and literally none of your endings, only one of the endings made an actual difference. The other 2, it was like, well, this was a waste of time.
And y'all know, and spoiler, if y'all just getting on if y'all want to beat the game real quick, you can pick up a gun, right? They give you one. And the main bad guy is like in this little hall, this little room. You can run in there, shoot and kill him, and then the game ends.
Yeah, you can literally beat the game in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to do that, and then Far Cry 5 is coming out. So let's talk about that right quick before we get out of here. So Far Cry 5, they initially when they announced it, how you feel about them having all of that? Like, it's an occult, it's a cult or whatever that's taking over this town. Is it Wisconsin or Colorado? Or something?
But I mean that's no different than Far Cry 3 with Vaz's sister. His sister was, it's more tribalism, of course.
Yeah. I didn't get that far up in the Far Cry 3.
It was a Far Cry 3. You had Voss, his sister, who was like a leader of her tribe, and she practiced shamanism and blood magic. And
that was his. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ran the fucking island for the most part. And Voss worked for the one guy who owned all the weed farms. But other than that, I mean, it's a similar situation because they were running the whole fucking island. And then you go to Far Cry 4, and it's really, you get that eccentric ass dude with that haircut who runs the island, and then you're dealing with 2 indigenous people and their culture, and they're wanting to bring stuff to the 21st century and wanted to stay, in their base ideology of their religion and follow it to a T. And now we're going basically to the Americas and doing the same thing, just like with, I guess, more topical events. But I don't know. I'm probably going to pick it up, though, and play it for a bit and see how it goes. I've never played any other Far Cry games co-op. I don't want to play that game co-op. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. There's not really too many games. I mean, the only game I'm really looking forward to right now, like legit right now, Monster Hunter World, and the game from Sucker Punch, the samurai game. That's it. There's nothing else. Right. I'm not interested in God of War because that's not the God of War I want to play. I'm not interested in fucking The Last of Us 2. I'm not interested. And I played Last of Us 1. No, I didn't really like Last of Us that much. I think it's a great game, but I didn't like it that much. I think it's a solid experience. I just didn't care for it like that. I just was like, this is a...
Oh, Breezy, what happened? Breezy.
Dry?
You got it. Yeah, you got
no. Yeah, I was just saying that it was too Hollywood, Last of Us. It was too, like... I feel like a lot of these games that come out from Sony first party studios, they feel too much like movies. They're not gamey ass games. You know what I mean? Like, you remember gamey ass games? Like fucking what's a gamey ass game? Like the recent Mario Odyssey. That's a gamey ass game. It doesn't feel like a movie. Like The Last of Us feels like a movie. Uncharted, well, the last 3 Uncharted's after Uncharted 1 felt like a movie, and then the recent one we had with the Chloe and the one chick who ran the one PMC.
What's it? I forget the name of it.
I forget the name, but the one black chick is with Chloe.
Yeah.
And and that felt too much like a movie. The Tomb Raider, actually no, last game I bought was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider felt pretty good, the first one anyway, but it felt like a movie, the second one. It's like all these games feel like they focus too much on movie shit, enough gamey shit. Like, I want to play a game, I don't want to play a movie.
I mean, some people, I think that's the next step, because I mean, like, I like Last of Us for what it is, and I love the presentation. Just loved it, man, because it was just like, yo, you know, it was a game that it was really emotionally driven. It was really, it was action packed though, and I think that, you know, a lot of games, like, I agree with you, because I just played Need for Speed Payback, and I don't know why that's coming out on a fucking Friday, because the game actually is good, the driving, but the freaking story mode is a dude bro Fast and the Furious ripoff. It feel like the sequel to the damn Need for Speed.
And see, that was never what Need for Speed was about. Need for Speed was always about the fucking cars.
Yeah, basically. Like, and it's just got dude broed it to hell. And yeah, man, I don't know, man.
I think what's gonna happen, honestly, is we're gonna have another big crash in the gaming industry. We're gonna have a big fucking crash, and a lot of these big first and second party studios are gonna go. Actually, no, there's one more game I want to mention. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here. I am looking forward to the new. What's the Oh my god, you know the game that we saw at E3 with the bear attacking the guy.
Death Stranding?
No, not Death Stranding. Looking forward to that too. It's
oh shit.
Fuck. E3. No, it was no, it wasn't Death Stranding. Death Stranding didn't have no guy getting attacked by no bear. It was it's like 2 other games in the series. I forget the name of it.
Well,
but it's
no, it's legit. It's legit. No, I mean, but it's plenty of games with bears and shit in it. Like,
well, it's more than bears. It's a follow-up to oh god, hold on. I know how to find it. Give me a moment.
Oh shit!
The Metro game.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new Metro game because it feels like a gamey ass game. It doesn't feel like
it's taking it
a movie. Like, I ain't never wrong with playing a game with great, like Dragon Ball FighterZ has great presentation, but it looks like a gamey ass game. It's like, yo, this is some silly shit. I want to play some silly shit now, and I feel like we just going like, where's the stupid games like Wet? Remember Wet?
Yeah,
running around, sliding upside down. Like, where's the Bayonettas? We need more Bayonettas. We need more Vanquishes. We need more like just gamey ass games. Like I'm so tired of this. Like we spent $30 million on our budget and another $30 million to fucking promote the game and another $10 million to hire all these voice actors and another $6 million to just, you know, tell you the game's gonna jack you off while you take a nap. And it's like I don't want none of this shit. Like just give me some gamey ass games. That's why games like Cuphead do so fucking well. Because Cuphead has amazing presentation, but at its core, it's a gamey ass game.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm done with my rant.
I agree with you, Breezy. So, this your boy, man. We out of here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, favorite, subscribe for the one time. Hit notifications bell so y'all know when we go live. And, yeah, man. If y'all want to support the show, we got Super Chat popping, PayPal, Patreon. All the money goes right back to the show and to the writers on BeatzNBitz.com. The website is coming soon. We got a splash page right there for y'all. And it'll be in the description. Probably already in the description because I updated it. But anyway, shout out to you, Breezy, being my right hand man. H-Boom, cool man. We've been rocking this shit. Now we coming to y'all on the daily. So I already see what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow.
What we talking about tomorrow?
So tomorrow, I just read because I was on PlayStation Lifestyle and I ran into this article that's actually on PC Gamer. Talking about the 10 Nintendo innovations that flop. But really, no, but hold up. But really, like some of them, I know I got to read this article and see because some of them, Nintendo has some good stuff. We're going to talk about we need to talk about like our favorite peripherals tomorrow. Like our favorite peripherals, peripherals. Yeah, like already like off the top, like the Game Boy adapter, the Game Boy.
Oh yeah, the little light for the Game Boy too.
No. I'm talking about the one you put on the bottom of the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance thing. You can plug it up, slap that bad boy on, put the disc in, put the card in there, and you can play it on your TV. Like they had the Super Game Boy, they had the Game Boy Advance, the GBA player for the GameCube. Wave, the freaking Wave Bird, that's another one. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Wiz Khalifa got a new album. Smoke DZA got a new album. Well, the mixtape it's actually a mixtape. Wiz Khalifa doing the mixtape. And then we did that's another thing we're gonna talk about. Mixtape rappers. The mixtape version, the mixtape music versus the album music of artists, because some artists are good on the mixtape side of things, but they suck on the album side, or vice versa. So,
facts.
And it's Lil Uzi, this Nicki Lil Uzi song or whatever. I heard it last night. It's cool. That's the way life goes or whatever. So we'll be back tomorrow. And we out. Shout out Geekly Podcast right quick. Shout out Richard and boys over there at Mo Game Time. Shout out Breezy one more time. And we out here.
Yeah. Peace.